We are live. How are we, team? Michael Wild, it's an absolute pleasure to have you at the start, my friend. We are here on Sunday, the 30th of May. It's been very warm here in sunny southern England. And I got my building up my tennis coach's tan. Do you know what I mean? I'm enjoying myself there, and it's embarrassing. Look at this. Oh my God. Obviously, I don't want to go to the Rafa Nadal vest look because that's just a bit embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? But no, I can't complain because the weather last week was awful. So I've got to be happy here. And in England at the minute, we are celebrating a lovely, summery, sunny bank holiday weekend. And I hope everyone in the UK that has a bank holiday weekend are enjoying themselves. And for everyone else around the globe, I hope you're enjoying your Sunday, Saturday, or Monday, whatever it is you're watching on. So yes, let's get Terry, nice to see you. Ben's here, Dale, Rory's here, Nicholas is here, Fraser, Gareth, Alfie, nice to see you guys. Barry's here, that's awesome. Let's get this going. Let's get the party started, I reckon, with this lovely Seiko showcase. And it is this beauty. Obviously, we are talking about the best everyday watches and affordable ones as well. Even these, I know the prices of these are going up, but Small Wrist Club, a man after my own wrist. He's got this beautiful Seiko SNK803, I think it is. It's definitely an 80, but this is the 7S26 engine with the day and the date complication. It's an automatic. I don't think it's winding. It definitely is not winding. It's the 7S26. But what a watch, sort of bead blasted case. And it goes with any strap, doesn't it? Look, he's got it on a lovely vintage beauty, and it's just about to hide under the cuff. This guy can wear this watch to anything and get away with it. Thank you very much for tagging me in, my friend. That has been phenomenal. How are we doing then? We okay? Thank you very much for everyone that has watched the previous show, the Oris Aquis. I was impressed, I got to admit. I did not want to see a modern watch. I do love my vintage inspired watches, the reissues of such, and to have a watch that hasn't got a lot of history to it. I always steer quite clear of the Aquis and went straight to the Diver 65. But after having that 65, I went to an AD and tried the bezel on it, because I'm a bit of a bezel boy. I was very disappointed how loose that bezel was on that Diver. Saying that though, if I had the actual watch from 1965 from Oris, I think I would have been mortified how bad the ratchet was back in the 60s. So yes, but anyway, yeah. So the Aquis, I really did like it. It's a bling blinger, isn't it? It's but I tell you what, it did remind me of my Zin 104 in the fact of its versatility. I mean, it's polished everywhere. It's got a high divers depth rating on it. It's got a date on it. It did remind me a little bit of a Zin 104. I take the Zin 104 still because I think maybe the Oris was a bit too blingy for me. Yes, I probably wouldn't wear it as often as my Zin, definitely, probably because of those shiny indices. But I really did love that Aquis, and I love doing the review of it. I'm chuffed that I have now got an Oris in the bag, and I'm on to a Longines next. And I've also got a great microband coming up, which is brilliant. Loads of you in the chat. Nice to see you guys. Nice to hear you guys and girls. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far. Eric, you are not late at all, my friend. We have just got started. In fact, get your watch out. Yes, so this is my latest purchase, and I'm so glad that I have finally got one. It's the step up or the silver version from the F91W. It's the A159WA, I think it is. Awesome watch, really slim, very small, even smaller on my wrist. Look at that, 6.5-inch wrist. But I love the watch. I love the colors on the F91 with the blue frame. It's quality. Obviously, the backlight is the same as the F91. It's scabby, let's face it. But what I did is I went from the F91 and I went straight to the A168 because, you know, I wanted that beautiful, where is it? That beautiful luminescence there. It's a bit of a chunkier affair as well. I'm really glad I got this bracelet because this is the first time I've had this sort of H-link bracelet from a cheap Casio. I've had sort of jubilees on it, and I reckon this is the most comfiest stainless steel bracelet I've had from a Casio so far, honestly. Talking about contender for an everyday affordable watch, this was what, 20 quid? £20, that's incredible, isn't it? What are you all wearing, my team? Come on, tell me. Oh, it's good to have you here. We got Mick in Florida, White Gloves Watches. Peter's here. Peter 2704, nice to see you. Sanjay, Engineer Wannabe, great YouTube channel. How are you, my friend? Mathieu Legros is here. I know a lot of you guys now from the Facebook group, and I put the question out, I think it's at the start of the week or when the survey came out on the YouTube channel, about what is your everyday watch and what is your vocation, you know, and I got so many great watches on that list. If you aren't in the group, Facebook group, and you do Facebook, get on there, join the club. These are the hardcore fans that are on there. I'm so blessed. I'm so chuffed that I did this Facebook group, because if anyone's got an issue or a problem or, you know, any question about watches, there is now a great core of people that are that are there to help us, you know, and me. So those guys on the Facebook group, they will get discount codes and everything else before anybody else, because they are the hardcore fans. To get on that Facebook group, all you got to do is underneath any of my shows, there's a Linktree link. Click on that and it will take you to the Facebook group where you have to write out a questionnaire. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. But yes, it's great. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Lovely. Watch Reactions is here. Nice to see you, my friend Ken Spear, Neil Jones, Harry 6810. Brilliant. Michael Wild's got this Mela 72. That is a beautiful watch, my friend, and I did enjoy reviewing that. I'm really looking forward to, I spoke to Mal at CWC and he told me there are some exciting things in the pipeline. Wouldn't tell me though, the cheeky mother. But yeah, I can't wait to see that. Harry's got a Hawaii on, linking to his phone, no doubt. Neil Jones got the Seagull 1963. That is a good shout for today's episode, my friends. That's great. We've got Ken Spear with the Nodus Contrail. Very nice. I haven't had a Nodus on the channel yet, and I will definitely get one in. They are awesome. Watch Reactions, the F23W. It's that awesome sporty vintage bad boy he's got. I love it. Wansky 182, the Seiko Presage Sarks 035. That is a lovely watch, my friend. Awesome. We've got Nicholas Villen, the G-Shock DW5600BB. Very good. What a solid puppy. Glyn, nice to have you aboard, my friend. The A500WE, lovely watch. I love that. We've got Eric Donnelly with the King Turtle. Wow, there are just loads of different, this is what I love, you know what I mean? How boring would it be if everyone just said, you know, I'm wearing a Seiko, you know, I don't know, a Seiko SKX, you know, 009, you know, everybody, but everyone works in different ways. We've all got different lives, different tastes, different families. unfortunately. But yes, it's just incredible, isn't it? This is why there are, there are not enough watch brands in the world, because we love them. Mod, the Sin 104 blue dial. You are spoiling yourself, my friend. Excellent. Good. In the chat, sorry if I don't get to all of your questions or comments on here, but trust me, everyone else is in as interested as I am of what you're putting out there, and it will be very important in the long run that you tell us, like Rocky Raccoon, Beatles White Album, Snowflake. He's got the Snowflake. Lovely. What a watch that is. Beautiful watch. That is awesome. What have we got? Anything on today? Okay, so yes, let's go. Oh, Michael Wilde, absolutely, my friend. I would definitely. This watch is a keeper for me. It will look great on your wrist, my friend. You will love it. Honestly, I can't recommend a Zin 104 enough. You go for it, my friend. You go for it. There's be something to save for. I am saving right now for a Zin U50. I love the size of that watch. I love the look of it, of the watch. It's not a massively versatile watch, as in, wear wise, but I'm always in casual gear and it'll be fine for me. Perhaps not a suit sort of watch, because it's got that bead blasted case and a rubber strap, and does have a bracelet as well, but I really do want that watch, and that is my one goal, as long as I'm not looking at blooming Casios all the time on eBay / Amazon / anywhere else on the Tinternet. So yes. Oh, we got some questions already. Poundsy San, you're lucky I've got this one, mate. Are you getting any Smith's watches in for review? The W10 reissue, perhaps? I'm not at the minute, my friend. No, I won't be buying one, and I don't think Ed, who is at Time Factors, has got any to give away for reviews. They go quite quick, don't they? I did have a Smith's Everest back in the day. I think it was the first gen with the Miyota 8000 series. I didn't like the engine in that. Don't like the wind of a Miyota, really. Yeah, so I sold it, but it was a lovely looking watch. Lovely. So we are looking at, team, what are we looking at? We are looking at best affordable everyday watches. That's what we're after. Now, obviously, this is subjective. Everybody's got a different life. Somebody works in the office, somebody works in a swimming pool, somebody works playing chess, somebody works cutting food. Do you know what I mean? There's so many different vocations and lives out there that we could go on all darn day, but we're going to keep it as short and sweet as we can. I've got some suggestions here. I've done little to none prep work today, so I do apologize, but it's all down to the bank holiday weekend. In actual fact, all I've written down in my notes here is egg, so that's not going to help anybody, is it? Anyway, no, not really. I've written a couple of things, smiley faces and a couple of doodles. So we are after £10 or $10, $10, €10, 10 pesos, 10 yen. Actually, not 10 yen. It's probably about a pence, but to £300, okay, or maybe $350 American dollars. So that's the sort of price point we're looking at, and we're looking at giving a definitive list to anyone that's interested in buying an everyday watch. What do we want with an everyday watch? Well, it depends on what you do for a living, but I guess what we'd like is maybe a watch that tells decent time. We'd like a watch that possibly would have a day or a date complication. I think that's a daily wear. That's the sort of the prerequisite of what we like in a watch. But yes, that's what we're after. So I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios. I've got my suggestions as well, but I'm going to leave it to the floor. Obviously, if you have suggestions that are amazing, obviously all your suggestions I can't look at and I can't show the screen, show a picture of it. This is purely down to us. If I spot a good one out, I will put it on here and I will show the world. Okay, all right, and then you can do your research and look at it yourself. So a scenario one, team, between $10 and $300 is, let's go to, yes, I'd like to go to, where is he? Here he is. There we go. There's the man. Right, this is Litter Larry. As you can see, he's a waste disposal man or bin man. You can see that it is a messy job, but 9 to 5, 5 days a week, he is shoveling some sort of stuff into bins, taking out. He's basically doing a job that not many other people would like to do. I tip my hat to this guy. It's a very honest job, and he wants a workhorse beater that he doesn't have to wind, he doesn't have to twist. He just wants it to tell the accurate time. So it tells him when he's got to go off to work, tells him what time lunch is, tells him what time the day's over. But here we go, Litter Larry. My suggestions for him are always going to be the under £50 bracket, the Casio beta watches, like the F91, which you can throw out after each week of wearing if you've got flipping banana peel down it. We've got this A159, you've got the A168, you've got the bling blinger and the A159. They are beautiful watches. If you've got a really big wrist, then it's got to be a Casio Royale. These watches are going to tell great time. Obviously, if he's in the mood to go over £50, I think it's got to be a G-Shock, hasn't it? It's got to be a G-Shock, and it's a 5600. Or if he doesn't want to change the battery ever, and he wants accurate time, multi-band 6, it's the G-Shock 5610, isn't it? I think this, pretty much, this is going to be good for a lot of people. But there are my suggestions. Anyone else? I love this from PK UK. This is fantastic. Oh, no, it's PT. He's gone for a proper one. The MDV10 Blue, excellent. Very good choice, my friend. Perfect for the bin juice. I love it. PK UK, a lovely JLC Reverso. Well, listen, I mean, he could keep it quite protected, couldn't he, under those gloves and sleeve. But I tell you what, I couldn't do that. We got F91 from Filthy Phil. We got a 5610 from Justin EDC. Oh, look at this. It's G-Shocks or F91s, isn't it? A Timex Weekender from Michelle or Michele. Great, my friend. Yes, I do like a Weekender. I think if he's got skinny wrists, then it's quite a big watch on your wrist because it doesn't have much of a bezel to it, but I do like the Weekenders. The layout of the Weekender is really cool. It's always the F91. Dave Evs, here we go, end it now. F91, every situation. It even has a light for working nights. It's got to be a pretty light night though, Dave, if you know your F91W, my friend, because it is pants. But yes, you're absolutely right. I love Joe. Seiko Arnie. Absolutely. That thing is tough, mate. What I would say is the Seiko Arnie's got a lot of little grooves in it. There's a lot of bean juice that could go in there. I'd be a little bit scared to wear that. Make sure you got your pushers all screwed down, crikey. And obviously you got a bezel there, and and you could get some sort of liquid in that bezel. Oh, Rory's gone for a Swatch GB14, a classic, and I'm sure Litter Larry would love it. Oh, of course. From Gordon here, he's got the Iron Man Timex. That is a superb watch. Purple Facts, man. If you haven't seen my review of this watch, please do so. He would be the talk of the Litter Town, my friend, if he rocked up with this bad boy on. Yeah, absolutely stainless steel watch. You can wipe off stuff quite easy. It does have those grooves, a groove inside where it may get a little bit mucky, but yes, absolutely. As we can see, bean juice in a bezel is never good. I mean, I think that should be one of my strap lines on my channel. You know, bean juice in a bezel is never good. Absolutely. And obviously you've got Sanjay who loves his bean juice too. I love it. Yes, I mean, obviously we haven't talked about divers here, have we? We've gone all Casio, and obviously the Orient Kamasu, the Ray 2, the Mako 1 and 2. It's just bean juice in a bezel, isn't it? I think it crosses it out. We can't have bean juice on a bezel. That's what I would say. So excellent. I think little Larry's sorted, which is very good. Time for the next guy. He was a handsome devil, wasn't he? Eh? The next dude is, here we go. What have I called it? Quentin Casual. Look at that. No neck on this bad boy. So let's say, what's his Quentin Casual? He's a graphic designer. He is a Glyn Reynolds. He is a graphic designer. He doesn't wear a suit. He wears jeans, maybe a top, maybe a t-shirt. He's got brown shoes on. And as you can see from his wrists, he is after a watch. Now, what watches can we suggest to him for this? Let's go cheapest first. As he's a graphic designer, I think he could be a bit geeky. He loves his computers. So absolutely from Harry here, Casio Royal for this. I would go Casio Royal. That would look at that little bit of gold there. Do you see that little bit of gold? That would look great on this setup, wouldn't it? Oh yes, very nice. My suggestions would be it would be a very nice. I'm gonna check these in a minute. I love Fraser Nash. This is fantastic. The Russell, this is Russell, by the way. I think the Timex Expedition. What a great choice this is for Fraser Nash. It's got that little yellow tip second sound. I love it. Definitely a casual watch than a suit watch. I love that. We've got another Casio Royale. We've got, what have we got? Tissot every time. Absolutely. You could definitely find a Visa date for under £300 if it's a quartz version, my friend. You could definitely do that. I would even say there was a time, and you can still buy them around. It's the Hamilton Khaki Field Mechanicals. You know, I've seen them for under £300. They would go fantastic with what he wears. A bead blasted, silver bead blasted case. You could wear a green strap, a leather strap, you know, a rubber strap for all I care, a NATO, any sort of strap on that. That's a strapaholic watch, by the way. He would look cool with this. The other suggestion was good old faithful Seagull 1963. Just pair these two up together. Casual. I do love this look. You know, I think he'd be the talk of the town in his one-person computer office. He'd be on fire. He'd be looking down. He'd be doing his computer in and then just go, nice. I would say a Seagull 1963, well under the £300 mark. What else have we got? What else have we got here? Watch Gnosis. Oh, I need to see Watch Gnosis. I've lost him. Here we go. Watch and carry. Quentin would like the Orient Defender 2 in cream with an Uncle Seiko OD. You obviously know him. You do, my friend. Great design for his artistic side at a great price. That is superb. Yes, I mean, he's a graphic designer, so he does love design. And I don't know with the Defender, though, there's the symmetry thing going on. I know you say great design, but the Defender's all over the place with its small and big sub-dials. But it's a lovely watch. Did you know that I studied graphic design as a young man? And I do like symmetry. I think that's where my symmetry sort of obsessiveness comes from. That's why I may not like dates on a watch, just because it's not as symmetrical as it could be. You know, we've got quite a few for the Orient Defender, which is great. Dale Ferreira has got the Orient Scout, open heart. Oh, it's big though. It is big. Well, if he's got big wrists, he can take it. If he hasn't, then he can eat his lunch off it, my friend. It's completely up to him. This is a great shout from Wansky182. Escapement time Flieger. In fact, you know, a Flieger, a Laco 38mm Flieger would look very cool. This is, I mean, he would definitely, I'll come back to that. He would definitely appreciate a Swatch 51. Absolutely perfect design, very casual. That's a great one, Matthew. Absolutely fantastic. Paolo's got a Tissot PRX. Is it a little bit blingy for him? You know, it's a great looking watch. He can't change any straps with that mother. It's a great integrated bracelet. It's a great looking watch, but you know, it doesn't have the versatility as I would like. I don't know how Quentin feels. We'll never know, to be fair. Oh, here we go. Ben's gone a modded hipster Vostok. Yes, I can imagine him wearing a Vostok, my friend. Definitely well under the £300 bracket. Get a stainless steel one, you know, keep it forever. Don't get a brass, you know, with a silver coated, stainless steel coated one, because that's just not great, is it? Michel has got the Junghans Max Bill. It's probably over the price range of £300. I know from James at Honest Watch Reviews has done a couple of Max Bill homages. Not really going through homages. I love most of this chat is not homages. We've had an escapement time, which I can just let off. There's nothing wrong with a homage or clomage. But yeah, absolutely. Mr. Pagani would absolutely love it. Actually, he wouldn't, because he only believes in true design. True design. So yes. Oh, I love that. That's a great shout from Risty Gymnast. A Braun. Definitely. I love the chronograph version of the Braun watch. That is great. That's a little bit Junghansy Max Bill, very minimalist. Awesome looking watch. Very like it. Good. Paolo posts, no, my friend, listen, if you wanna whack in a Violida mop, I mean a Violida Explorer, you do that, my friend. Homages are welcome, obviously. Here we go. Martin's coming out with his San Martin. Absolutely. I mean, that would be cool. A black version steel dive Willard would look very nice. Very cool. Look at this from Athava. Absolutely. He's a hipster. I think he's pretty cool. He's in his late 20s, as I am. And, you know, he wants to hark back to a retro time. He wants to get the nod from those that know. Do you know what I mean? And he wants to get a cool from the young ones that don't know. So absolutely, I think the A158, the A159, the A168, the F91, very good. Very good. Oh, oh my, Daniel Wellington. Well, if he doesn't get our help, Michele, if he doesn't get our help, he might end up buying a blooming Daniel Wellington. Oh my word. I think this is a great shout from Purple Fax Man, the Belova Lunar watch. I think that's a great, as long as he's got a wrist size of 9.5 meters, I think he can handle that watch easily. I'm still really annoyed with that Belova moon watch. I wish I could wear one. Ooh. Thank you for watching, Carrie. Thank you very much, my friend. As I said at the start, I love this, baby. It's my latest edition, and I love this A158. As I said, it's my favorite bracelet on a cheap Casio. Vedran, it's a pleasure to have you aboard, my friend. The Zin UX Hydro is a watch I need to Google now, don't I? Because I do love my Zin. It's not like I'm a fan or anything. I wouldn't call myself I won't call myself a fan of Zen at all, but I need to check that out, don't I? I do need to check that out. Good. We have got 94 watchers at the minute currently around the globe, and I really do appreciate 93 now. One's not happy, but if we can get to 100, we've got to do something. We've got to do something to mark the special occasion. I haven't watched many of them, but what's his name, Jory Goodman at the time teller. When he gets to 100 watches, he does a wristwatch check. We need to do something. We need to do something when we get 100. If we get 100, if we don't worry about it. But if we do get 100, let's mark it with some sort of, I don't know. Mr. G, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Okay, we are on to scenario number 3. Here we go. Great stuff so far, my friend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a picture of me that was taken this morning by the wife just before I did my 1000th press up. As you can see, I'm looking pretty buff, which is very nice. You like that tattoo, don't you? No, obviously this is not me. That is not my bloody watch. I tell you that. That is not my watch. But we are looking at, let me see, Protein Pete. This is Protein Pete. He is, just before we go, this is very good from Terry. If we reach 100, maybe Mr. Pagani can say hello. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Pagani, i.e. wigs and everything else, are back in the office and not here. I am gutted. I would have done that. Do you know what? Oh, crikey, we've hit 100. We have hit 100 viewers. That means something has to be done. We have to do something. Oh, my crikey. We have to do something special. I'll think about it as we go on. We have now got 102 watchers and we have to do something special. Anyway, we are after an everyday affordable watch for this dude. My first call was Bosch, the G-Shock 5610, but you know what? He doesn't want a small watch, does he? I mean, and this is the smallest G you can get. He wants, I reckon, a Casio Oak, and probably a showy off one, because he'd like to show off his watch and then goes on to that bicep and then onto the pectorals. And then the best bit, as you can see, is the face, Protein Pete. So I reckon the yellow Casio. Let's go for the yellow Casio, shall we? I think that would look very good. So, yeah, I think he would probably do a Fitbit, though. But still, what else could we say for this guy? I love what Ben's just put. Ben has said a Luminox Bear Grylls edition. That is class. That's brilliant. In my head, Ben, I've just got him wearing the most gaudy looking, most complicated looking G-Shock there is, maybe a Mudman or something, a Mudmaster, something like that, you know what I mean? Something that, yes, yeah, a big watch, of course it is. Ooh, do you know what I mean? It's a talking point. He wants a talking point. His arms are always out. He wants to show that he's wearing a nice watch. This is great from Matthew, the Seiko Monster. I could definitely see him having the old orange dial of that Seiko Monster. If it's under 300 quid though, could probably get the Seiko 5 one. This is a great shout from Philip, but I don't know. He'd have to get it used, Philip. He'd have to get a Seiko Arnie used for that price, under £300. Definitely, Peter. That's exactly what I thought. Oh my word. Navneet Krishnan, the Tissot PRS 516 automatic chronograph for a buff dude like yourself. That is fantastic. I think that's a great shout. That is a great shout, my friend. I think I know what that watch is, and it is a big boy. This is a great shout. Look at this. The Casio Duro. I picked up the blue and the two-tone for $50 recently. Well, listen. This morning, I found the Casio Duro on Amazon, UK Amazon, for £34. Go check my review if you haven't already. And if you do fancy that watch, click on the affiliate link that's in that review, because I get a little kickback. I get 1.1 pence of every sale. I will be able to buy another Casio Duro in 17 years time. But yeah, that's a great watch. I think the gaudy gold, black, silver one for this dude, that gaudy looking Marlin, he would absolutely go nuts over that one. And it's a watch that really does look expensive. when you put it on, and it's built like a tank, and it's so well made. Yes, where's Gordon? I saw that, Gordon. I could definitely see him. You're getting a little bit influenced by what he's wearing there, but yes, I can imagine him with that. Oh yes, Peter. Yes, I can imagine this guy. I think he's got a bit of Russian in him. Do you know what I mean? I think he's got a bit of Russian in him. He would love. I'm talking about a Vostok as well. Someone just said Vostok, but Invicta. Oh my crikey, yeah, an Invicta sort of like gaudy, 58mm diameter, and that's just the crown. So God knows what the watch is. Dale, absolutely Invicta, anything. I could definitely see him with an Invicta Submariner. Oh, look at this from Ben. My Luminox is way more Wellard than a G-Shock. Absolutely, my friend. That's good. I will get a Victorinox in at one stage, definitely. I love this. I think if he's sort of military minded, I think yes, a marathon would be the way to go for this guy. Bev's gone in with a steel dive, Captain Willard. I'm not sure he would have that. I'm not sure he would wear that, my friend. I think he wants to look cool with the newbies. I'm not sure a vintage watch he would do. And I think probably it'd be a brand new Casio. I reckon a Casio, a red one or a jelly one. Oh, he'd have the jelly one. Yes. He'd definitely have the jelly one, wouldn't he? Or Fraser, Pink Baby G. So that's lovely. Excellent. So I think we got that covered. A lot of digital watches there, isn't there? A lot of digital watches. Who have we got now? Oh, yes, we have got Suave Steve. Look at this. Suave Steve is an estate agent. He's a bit of a shower. Do you know what I mean? He likes showing off. He's got a fancy car. That's obviously on loan, but it's perception. Do you know what I mean? He needs a fancy watch without the fancy price tag. He wants to just point to where's my hand? He wants to point to where the toilet is in the house or where the kitchen is, and he just wants the prospective buyers to see his blingy watch and to say, oh, he's doing well for himself. He obviously knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? So Michael got this tickly cough. Michael Kors all day long. Oh my God. I can't suggest that to him, Paolo. What is he going to think of me? My suggestion, Steve Papa. How are you, my friend? He's come up with a watch that I found. I actually found this bad boy this morning. I love it. Absolutely love it. We all know about the Bambino, don't we? It's been going around for a long time. But to get a watch that looks expensive and actually is so well good looking, but doesn't cost an arm and a leg, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. We have got, this is the Bambino AP00035. It's 40.5mm in diameter. It's 12mm thick. It's an automatic. It's got that awesome vintage small seconds hand. It's got a great sort of old style crown. You got the date at 3 o'clock. You got Dauphine hands. You've got what is a lovely looking leather, probably a faux leather strap. You can get rid of that off, get rid of that and put a beautiful collar reb on it or something like that. But that would definitely get people looking, in my view. That is on Time By Me website for I think 100 and what is it? It's 180. I think it's 180 pounds. But that's a beautiful watch. I'd go for something like that. For under £100, I really want to get this in. I really want to get this in for review. But for under £100, I am going to go with this bad boy. Shazam! This is the Edifice. What is it? It's the EFV-110D. It is a quartz watch. It's got a 3-year battery in it. It's got 100 meters water resistance. This does look fancy, but he's only spent £67. He's also got a tip of the hat because he's not gone for this Pagani thing, or I don't know, L'Oreal thing, and he's not gone for, you know, a Submariner-esque. This is a 37 millimeters. It slips under his lovely cuff. It slips under his lovely Marks and Sparks suit. I just love the look of this watch. I think it's great. I'm interested to see how flimsy the crown is. But I really love this watch. I think it's great. I will be getting one of these in for review. Could you give me your suggestions on let's get him back up, shall we? Got this horrible tickly coughle. Suitman, Suave Steve. What we got? And lovely da 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 da. What we got? Mr. Slick would love, Mr. Slick, he's called Mr. Slick now. He would love the Seiko Zen Garden SSA 397. I think he would. He'd also like to take a little trip to the chiropractor because his neck's not definitely, or his head's not definitely not on properly, is it? Ray, how are you, my friend? I rock the Casio AE1200 as an everydayer. Dropped it off the roof of the hospital where I work as Spider-Man, and run it over with my cleaning trolley. Oh no, still runs sweet, but it's in 3 pieces. That's fine, Ray. Absolutely, Ray. That's great. So, Suave Steve, give me the gaudiest watch. What could he have that, you know, you get the tip of the hat? Obviously, there's the A159 that you could buy for, I think it's £30 or £20 on Amazon, the Casio. What could he be wearing? I think that's a great shout, Glyn. What Glyn's got here. Oh, where is he? The Pagani Design Daytona. I've reviewed that watch. And if there's a gold version of that, I think he would absolutely love it. It's got that mecha quartz chronograph movement in it. So you can press the chronograph and it will look like it's a mechanical watch with that quick beat chronograph, which is great. J-Film, absolutely. Gaudy and Victor, go for it. Absolutely go for it. He wants to make a statement, though. He wants to show people that he, you know, he means business and he is successful in his estate agent job. I think that's a great shout as well. I think that shows that he could be a connoisseur of fine things, even though you can get this watch for what, £150 probably, with a sapphire glass and a column wheel chronograph. Are you joking? Get on Amazon, buy it now. Jesus, for a minute. What else have we got here? Rory, what you put? He would get a watch from his mate Daniel. Oh no, he probably would, my friend. He probably would. It would be a John Lewis special, Daniel Wellington. Ugh. A Parnis Franz from PK UK. I haven't seen one of those. I'm gonna look that up, my friend. Egbert, it's a pleasure to see you, my friend. The TW2U14000. What a beautiful reference that is. I will have to look that up as well, Bert. But I trust you, my friend. We're all gonna Google that right now, see if it's good or not. But yes, oh no, Mick, MVMT, no. Yeah, well, it might get that initial perception that he knows what he's talking about, but still, Palm Fonds homage. Oh my god. Egbert says it's a chunky one. What's Barry got? Hi, Barry. Hugo Boss, black chronograph. Had one in 90s and it was a lovely watch. Got a lot of compliments. Yes, very nice. Well, actually, I have held a Hugo Boss watch, and I definitely am impressed with the case of it at the time. But if you open that case up, you know, you are paying well, the engine inside was pittance. What we have to pay for it, Barry. But yeah, it's all about the look. It's all about the look. We've all seen Wolf of Wall Street. We know it. We know it's perception. So yes. Neil Jones says Armani. I think that's a great shout. Can I just say, while we're looking at the wonderful Suave, Steve, those of you that have bought a coffee or have supported the show, just a huge thank you. I have been able to buy new bulbs for the overhead lights without coming out of my pocket, which is great. And anything that I get buying a coffee wise, it goes all into the channel. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, Mr. Bagani's, Kurt Santana's, Cedric's, and Wisani. Thank you very much. It's massive. I love this. This is a brilliant shout from Alpha Hero, the Seiko tank. That is a superb shout, my friend. Definitely a square watch. Looks a little bit like a Cartier tank. He's nailed it with that, hasn't he? I like this one from Matthew as well, the Frank Sinatra Belova. That's a beautiful looking watch, and you get the tip of hat from me from wearing that, my friend. Who we got here? La la la, Sam. How are you, Sam? You're not too late, my friend. You're never too late. Absolutely not. A Presage is a good call from John. Hope you're doing well, John. So that's a great shout. So while we were talking, see, I'm always trying to riff and think about other things. My mind always goes ding, 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 ding. And it's, the likes of my wife that pulls me back in and says, calm down, dear. But I said about reaching 100 views, we would do something special. For next week, there's going to be a topic, but I will guarantee I think in the survey at the minute is Mr. Pagani. I will guarantee that Mr. Pagani will make an entrance if we hit 100 people on the live chat. Absolutely, we will do that 100%. So yes, I think that's every. Oh no, we've got one more. I think we've got one more. Where is he? Oh, yes. Where is he? Here he is, and it is the one and only Tiger Tennis Team. Now, obviously, this isn't my body. I've got a much more muscular body than this. Those are twig legs, and I have twiglet legs, so they definitely are not my legs. Okay, so just don't get your ideas. It's not me, not with that racket and that watch. Bloomin' heck. But this Tiger Tim, he's a sporty guy. He's always playing sport. He plays, doesn't matter what he does during the day, but he plays sport in the morning, sport at lunch, sport in the afternoon. He plays sport. What do you think would be the best watch for him? Now, bear in mind, he is quick, but he finds any bulky watch just weighs him down and it doesn't make him as streamlined as he could be. Do you know what I mean? Now, like most of these people, most of these things, this watch, look how thin this is. I think this is 7 mil thick. I mean, this is aerodynamic. So a nice looking watch that's aerodynamic. I would say, Gordon, if you're still watching, I would say the old style Timex Ironman is really thin. Is a really thin, cool watch. I would take that. Talking about tennis, that's what I am. I'm a tennis coach. My watches, my everyday watches are this one. I bought this 3.5 years ago, the SKX013. It's on an Uncle Seiko Tropic waffly strap thing. This was fantastic. This was bought before they discontinued the models. Whether it's whether it's worth it now is another discussion that we have had over and over again. But I love that watch. I beat it. I love this watch, the Mini Turtle. I love an automatic watch for sport. do a lot of kinetic energy, and I wind this bad boy up to the max. Just look at the dial on this thing. It's not great, you can't see it, but I love this wave dial on it. It's a beautiful watch, and in fact I probably prefer it over my SKX009. But yes, Super V, man. He's gone. I did actually own an Adidas watch. I think I owned two. I owned a horrible big white one. I don't even know why I'm letting this out. And I owned a blue one. The blue one was pretty good because that had a digital screen, but the white one was an analog one. It was huge. It was absolutely huge. It was I don't know what I was doing. It was as big as that. Do you know what I mean? It was big as that. So yes, I love what John's put here. If you can find a Hamilton King khaki or a khaki King for under £300, you are doing well. I know that they do a quartz version. That would be superb. And actually, that would be a fantastic shout on a NATO strap, wouldn't it? I think that's a great shout. What have we got? We got a Casio World Time. Yes, I think I know what you mean. Could be a Casio Royale Bev you're thinking of. White gloves. He's got the F108WHC. I will need to look that up, my friend. I would say as well the Edifice that I had for Suave Steve, I think would be a great shout. Oh my crikey, here we go. A gold Seamaster on a NATO he inherited from his father. I love it. So yeah, the only thing he could afford was the NATO strap. But oh, this is a great shout from Glyn. I think you got this, Glyn, haven't you? The Tough Titanium. That's a great looking watch. It's quite a particular color. It's very dark graphite-y gray, but it's quality. Phoebus, a Phoebus Wave Master from Peter. Yes. What's Terry saying? Terry's got the Seiko BFK. Will take a beating. There we go. I almost did the Timex phrase. I'm not going to do that, I promise you. This is a great shout from Philip. We've had it already, the PRX, but what about the Q? The Q Timex? That'd be a great shout, wouldn't it? Because you've got those sporty vibes in a quartz watch. I think you can get the PRX as a quartz watch as well as an automatic. I think you can get the Powermatic 80 in the PRX now. That would be a great shot with an integrated bracelet. Couldn't change it out, but couldn't change the bracelet, but it's a great watch, isn't it? Oh, Mini Rock Jr., how are you, my friend? It must be about, I don't know, what's the time now? It must be about 7 or 8 in the morning. If you are in Oz, nice to see you, my friend. Bev's got any of the Islanders. Yes, there are now too many Islanders made that no one can actually say a reference anymore. Mark at Long Island Watch is just going for it, absolutely going for it. If there's someone that asks for it, he makes one for them. It's incredible. He's almost like a modder, a chief modder, and he just has it. You want what? You want a dial that does this, and let's do it. Let's make it. Bosh, and it goes out. I know, Vince. Vince, we went up to 103. I don't know what to do. I haven't got anything on me. Next week, if we do go over the 100 mark, Mr. Pagani or Kurt Santana will go out, or I will bring Cedric with me, just in case. So yeah, Richard Millet. Oh my crikey! I mean, that's a watch, isn't it, that he wore there? I love Roger Federer's Rolex, the Wimbledon Rolex. That's a beautiful watch. I absolutely love the Rado Wimbledon watch. That's that great green color. Love that. The color of the grass, CWC G10 Purple Fax, man. That is a great shout. Very good. Excellent. Very good. Listen, I think we've got so many here. Apologies if I haven't got to your suggestions, but I hope I've inspired. I hope you've inspired others to go check these watches out because they are incredible, aren't they? We are now at 105. I think that's a record for today. It's amazing that you guys are watching. That's great. For the last few minutes, I would love for you, 105 of you, please click like right now on the show. So click off the comment stream and click like right now. I'm just gonna look at my notes. Go on, click right now. Go. I need that click. I need that like click. I need it. It tells YouTube that someone else might like it, you know. Because I'm still waiting. So I know you. Philip Warnes, I'm still waiting for you, my friend. Terry Fenner, I need you to do so, my friend. All done? Excellent. Right, listen, so I have got, let me show you some sneaky peeks. Thanks to Francis and Gay Jewelers. And also we've got micro brand. So I've got a micro brand show coming. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a show next week. I will definitely do a live show, so don't worry about that. Thanks, Philip. I will definitely do a show on that. I've got 3 watches in the pipeline. Oh, actually, there's more than that, but these are the ones that I want to show off. I've got a beautiful, can you see it? What's the best angle to get this? I've got a mass. There we go, a Mass Arcticus. It's coming out on Kickstarter very soon. It's a great beta. If you know MAS Mass Watches, Matthew and Sons, they made the Irakanji watch that I reviewed, and I absolutely adore that dive watch. They've given me their Field Tough stainless steel NH35 Beauty, and I will be showing that off. Kickstarter comes out, I think, on June the 10th. So that'd be really good. Mini Rock Jr. Yes. Shout out to the Aussies. MAS are Aussie based. Matt's a great guy, top guy. I'm also going to be doing a double. This is the first on the channel, a double review show. We're at 107. It's the highest so far. That's great. I'm also going to do a double Longines. Look at these 2 bad boys. So if you're interested in Longines, I'm going to be giving a little bit about their history and also about their heritage range, which I absolutely think are phenomenal. I've got this, the Big Eye chronograph, definitely inspired by the watches that they had in World War II. And I got this amazing skin diver. The only thing with these watches, I'm going to give away one thing to you. They're so big. They are big. If they were only 2, 3, 4, 5 millimeters smaller, they would sell so many more, honestly. But what do I know? What do I know? But these watches are beautiful. And I can't wait to show you them Longines. I'm ticking off slowly, aren't I? Wow, Alfie, you matey, thank you very much. Triple Venti Quad Roast Caramel Mock. Oh, non-fat, extra shot whip and a lion bar. Don't make me laugh, you make me cough, my friend. That is sensational. Thank you very much, matey. That will go towards some... What have I got at the minute? I've got a lovely bit of roaster. I've got absolutely, mine's gone blank, but I will definitely get some coffee in. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that a lot. So yes, I like Longines. It's funny how you pronounce it, isn't it? Different accents will pronounce it a different way. Whenever I say Longines, I imagine I'm French. Longines, or maybe Swiss, obviously, because it's Swiss. Longines, not Longines. Do you know what I mean? I will probably say something about that in the show, no doubt. It's criminal. Rod, tell me what the Swatch Group did to Longines, because what they probably did, Rod, even though that they, are moaning about the sizes, they probably made them have profit, mate. So that's what the Swatch Group tends to do with brands. They give them a bit of bunts and they make them a successful brand again. I think this is a good shout from Mini Rock. I like Longines myself. Their heritage range is superb. I know some people like Glyn like the Conquest, or the Hydra Conquest as well. Conquest. It's a bit modern for me. I like these heritage ones, definitely do. Oh, Philip, what you got? My mate is currently looking at the Longines, not sure of a name, but has day and date complication on a brown strap, 40 millimeters. Well, those two, I think, are 41, 42. They're the balance and the design of them are fantastic, but just the overall size. The lugs on one of them is ridiculous. Yeah. Roar of the Tiger. I'm wearing the 37 Vario trench watch on their cinnamon brown bun strap. Have you seen any in the flesh? I have not, my friend, but I have seen plenty of review on these. They look very good. They look very good indeed. A little bit too bulky for me, but I love the idea of having a trench watch. I showed you that Orient Bambino about 10, 15, 20 minutes ago. I do love a watch with a small seconds hand. I've got to admit the Vertex. The Vertex MK100, that is a beautiful watch. One of the Dirty Dozen watches. I love the small seconds hand. I've got a thing for that. And I don't think I own one. So I will be getting one. So yes. Oh, Tiote Nelson. Sector dial's a beauty of a dress watch. Yes, I'm going knee deep, head first into Longines. Nelson, I'm having a good look at them. Oh, David's had an issue. I loved Longines till I bought one. Had two with awful QC issues. That is not Swiss, is it? That is not the Swiss way, my friend. Fortunately, you didn't have to take it back to AliExpress, and that would have been sorted ASAP, I'd imagine, my friend. Talking of trench watches, take a look at the Manchester Watchworks Baton Kill. I will definitely look at that, my friend. Absolutely. I must admit, I've got a little soft spot for the Rado Captain Cook, the 37 millimeter, not the bigger one. I've had it on my wrist and I thought it was a little bit too big and a little bit too blingy, my friend, for me. Just too many shiny surfaces. But that 37 millimeter, that is, yes, I love it. Absolutely love it. What I will do, just for the final couple of minutes, we've gone over the hour, but there's 104 of you here, and I will not let you go without asking me a particular question that you would like answered, maybe from me or from someone else. Give me a question. Give me anything you want. If you didn't get any questions answered on the Aquis, please do so now. Tell me, because we are only one person away from the record attendance today. Give me a question and I shall answer it. I'll give you time to work out a question. Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. Ben Rastafari, I'm afraid it's very boring, my friend, but I am a Hulk Hogan fan. That's who got me into wrestling. WWF from 1983, WrestleMania 2 to 1992, when Hulk left the WWF. But I didn't watch the WCW. God, I thought that was rubbish. But the WWF from that time was absolutely out of this world. WrestleMania 3, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. Oh my God. I mean, as a child, I obviously saw that in the replays because I would have been about 4 years of age or 5. But when I first saw that, I thought, oh my God. Obviously back then I thought it was real. And but yes, I will go Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. People that stuck in my mind was Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the Honky Tonk Man, British Bulldog. I love British Bulldog. Where is he? Ultimate Warrior's there. Loved Ultimate Warrior, although he was a rubbish wrestler. He couldn't wrestle to save his life. But yeah, he was just an amazing person. What's this? What's we got here? Favorite current cartoon. Mine's Bluey on Disney. Well, I've got a 3.5-year-old daughter, and I have to endure a lot of animations, my friend. And I would have to say probably Paw Patrol was good at the start. It was. I don't get to see much older stuff. There's a new thing on Netflix. The Spider-Man series is really good. I love the 90s Spider-Man. I watched it the other day. I just love the intro of that. So there's not really a cartoon I like. I still watch, I've got the Disney Channel, so I still watch the old Simpsons, series 3, 4, and 5. They're amazing. You can't get better than that. Crikey, we have got loads. Got something tickly in the cough. It's horrible. Do you have a cat? Yes, I do, my friend. I have 2. If you look at my Instagram, a long way down, you'll see my 2 cats. One's called Lady Madonna and one's called Minnie. I'm a Beatles fan and a Disney fan. So yes, here we go. Nelson, what's the best tennis watch of all time? It probably would be probably Federer's first Datejust that he had, or his Oyster Perpetual with a fluted bezel, probably with that green dial, my friend. Definitely. My question is, why don't Zenith get any love? David, that is a great question, isn't it? I think the fact that you cannot buy them on the high street to start with is a big thing. The El Primero is an amazing watch that I need to see, and I need to feel, and I need to handle. I do actually know someone, Ash, top guy. He was the guy that loaned me his Black Bay 58 Blue. He actually has a Zenith Defy, and I think it's having a little bit of work done on it. But when that comes back, I will have that to review, my friend. So don't you worry. I will review Zenith, the history, and Zenith, a watch. How did I learn tennis? Mick, that's great, Mick. Mick, honestly, what I did, I had a book and I had a wall. That's what I had. My parents weren't flush, didn't have a lot of cash. I played a lot of football. I played a lot of sport. I went to the local rec with my friend when I was 13, and he played tennis. I thought, yeah, it's sport. There's a round ball, and I've been pretty good at other round ball sports. So let's have it. So I did it. I took it. Actually, it was 12. I remember it's 12. Took it up and never looked back. I love the social banter of tennis. I taught myself how to do the top spin, back spin, slice, all sorts of the different grips and everything else. Yes, I did that myself, just wanting to learn, really, and wanting to be better than the person that was on the other side of the net. No, oh my crikey. Neil, no budget. What watch are you buying, Russ? Submariner, no date, my friend. That's what I would get. I've had one in my hands of late, and 108. We're now at the highest we've been so far. It's a pleasure to have you. Submariner, definitely. Or the Submariner 5513, the Roger Moore Submariner. Those watches, honestly, are built perfection. Take away what they cost and the crap that comes with Rolex. When you buy a Rolex, as a watch, it's spectacular, absolutely spectacular. Yes. Nelson, no question, just to thank you, my friend. Nelson, I don't know if I've given you much knowledge, mate, but just you being here and me being able to talk to you, mate, is makes my day. It really does. I loved Big Boss Man. I love Superfly, Jimmy Snooker. There's loads that come to me. Brooks the Barber Beefcake. Oh my God, he's put me on the spot here, haven't you? But yes, I love the Rockers. Yeah, comment on the no loom pip on the new Tudor Black Bay ceramic. Well, I haven't had a ceramic watch in for review. I don't know why they wanted to do it. I don't know if there was the appeal for it. No doubt it will sell out. But Yes, speak to Glyn. If you go to Glyn Reynolds' Instagram or on the Facebook, our Facebook group, you will see that he's done a render of his version of this ceramic Black Bay, and he's taken the bezel out because if you don't have lume on the pip, what is the point of a dive watch? So yeah. Rory, I finally got my Black Bath, and oh my god, should I still get one, or I am more wise to get something else, maybe cheaper and split the money? Well, Rory, how much is it, my friend? Because I don't know what a current Black Bath costs, and I'd like to know what one you're getting as well. Do you have a birth year watch? Well, listen, I have the CWC 1980 reissue. I'd far more get a reissue of a watch that came out in 1980, my birth year, than a watch that came out in 1980 and then the engine packs up after I've bought it on eBay, for God's sake. John Wick, listen, I saw those films probably about 3 or 4 months ago, and I watched them back to back. I blooming loved them. Thank you very much, my friend. I do appreciate your support. Thank you. That's brilliant. Lovely. What we got here? We got a couple. Legion of Doom. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really used to like them a lot. They can't sell. They didn't sell. All they did was pummel. You know, they didn't know how to take a hit like the Hammer Valentine. Greg the Hammer Valentine, he could take a hit, couldn't he? I loved him. So how about a wall clock? Which would you choose? Like your bedside clock in the corner, by the way. Yes, this is a Bullet by Newgate. It's had a lot of love over the months that I've done the live shows. I don't know if you could get this specific one now, but yeah, I love that sort of 50s vintage look. It's just a plastic thing. Pretty sure we got it at John Lewis, but it does look cool, doesn't it? Bedside table. You want to look no further than this Seiko beauty. That's awesome. I've got a Braun clock, bedside clock, very rudimentary in the bedroom, but yeah, it's good. Oh, here we go. So hang on. Rory, he has got 12 grand for the 50 fathoms, the big boy. Is there a waiting list for this, Rory? I don't know if there is a waiting list for the 50 fathoms. Where the heck do you buy a Black Bath these days? In any day? Is it just through the website? Can you hold it? Can you feel one? Can you look at one? Because even though, you know, my Explorer, you know, it took me only 2 weeks to get on the waiting list, but when I got it, I was able to look at it. No money had been there was no money transaction. I could feel it, I could hold it, and I could say, yes, this is for me. Do you know what I mean? Oh, of course, Jake the Snake Roberts, not just the worst nickname. Don't make me laugh, my friend. I got a tickly cough saying that. Rowdy Roddy Piper. He was also a pretty poor wrestler, but he was such a showman, wasn't he? And a character. Oh, this looks like an essay that was longer than some of my GCSE exams. I always notice your table clock post Century Modern. If you fancy that style in DAC or DAC headphone combo. I will check that out, my friend. I'm glad I've put it on the screen because I will check that out. Everybody say hello to Frank Gerace. Hello, how are you, my friend? Where are you calling from? Do you know Wally at all? If you know Wally, I think you do because you've got a superb brass instrument for your profile. I love it. They do is the everyday, the DW291. Yes, that's very good. It's a big one. It is a big watch. Some won't be able to take it, Eduardo, but I definitely would say that is a cool watch. I need to get that in. Good symmetry with the 4 buttons, a pusher either side. Neil, thank you very much, man. Thank you. I mean, yes, £2 would buy me a Wham bar. Yes, it would. It'd definitely buy me a packet of Maltesers. No, all goes to the channel. Thank you, man. That's really appreciative of you. Here we go. Just went with my girlfriend up to London today and visited Watches of Switzerland. A friend of mine actually went as well. I think it was yesterday. And she set on a brightening Super Ocean for her 21st. She would be, Finn, wouldn't she? Why didn't you take her to Argos, my friend, eh? Why didn't you blooming take her to Argos? Wow, that is good. She's at 21. She's got good taste to start with. Held it, fallen in love, touched it. I have a seller lined up. Should I opt to get one? It's been a grail. I think you've got to do it then, mate. I think you've got to do it. I think you've got to do it, love it, or do it, learn from it. I think you've got to do it. I honestly do. If you're that set on it, you're always going to have your doubts. The fact that you've got that money now, 12 grand, to buy the watch of your dreams, your Grail watch, I think you have got to do it. And then you have, and then, you know, as you said, you could sell it if you want to. There'll be plenty of people that would want to buy it. Absolutely. Team, thank you so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm going to go downstairs now and be with the wife. We've just finished Fargo season 4. Really did like it. The ending was a bit crappy, but and I didn't really truly believe Chris Rock as a mafia sort of boss henchman. But yes, listen, click the like button if you haven't done already. Thank you very much, my friend, for saying that. Roar of the Tiger. That is great. Let me put that up. Oh, upvote. Thank you very much. Click this like and let's get to more people too. Let's get more Mad Watch collectors. If you haven't already, please be a group member of the Facebook group. If you want to know how, just message me. You know, it's easy. There's a link under all of my shows, a Linktree link, and you can get to my Facebook group like that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream. And it will be, I do think, if we do get over 100 people on the live chat next week, definitely one of the characters will be coming out. And I think it may be Mr. Pagani, as the survey on the YouTube at the minute does suggest that that's what's going to say. If you like any of the other characters, click it. Click them, because there's still time. There's still time. Frank Gerace, you play the trumpet, French horn. I am very in awe of you, my friend. I do love a man that plays a good bit of brass. From me, the Mad Watch Collector, I'll see you in a tick, 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 a tick.